Hi everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdi.com. How are you? I hope you had a good weekend. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Diana Gibbs and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Santan Valley, Arizona. And I'm so glad that you're here, whether you've been here before or this is your first time. Always say hi and let me know where you are watching from. And today, this is my Mimeograph Monday. Basically, it's just me casing out of the catalog. And actually, it is one that I pointed out last week when I explained, the Mimeograph and how I figure out the projects. And that was so fun. So we just kind of chatted virtually with each other, and you asked me questions, and I looked it up. And so this is actually one that I pointed out. I figured it would be a quick and easy one that you could use for any stamp set. You could do it any way you wanted, right? Like you could make it be a bigger card, a smaller card. Hi, Anne. So I thought this would be the perfect one. It still took me a couple tries to get the sizes correct, but it really wasn't very hard. So let's hope I get the sizes correct during the live. If not, it's only paper, right? All right, so let me flip the phone and we will get started. Okay, hold on a minute. Make sure you can see. All right, so I want to go over a couple things. All right, so don't forget about my October giveaways. So those will end the last day of October. And you can find out more about those. I have a blog post. So there's 3 different ways you can earn a ticket. You can comment on the blog post that I talk about it. You can comment on the original video that I talked about it. Or you can place an order in my store in October. If you place 2 orders, you get 2 tickets. So yeah, and then I have these things right here that I will pick a ticket. So it's not like a whole, you're not getting all these things. I'm picking a ticket for each one. And I will be drawing that November the 2nd, which is that a week tomorrow? I have to look in the calendar. But anyway, November the 2nd, during my Teach Me Tuesdays, I will be drawing those live. You do not have to be watching the video live. If you are, that's awesome. But you do need to contact me 24 hours after with your mailing address, or I will draw somebody else's name. So there is that stipulation, and I can only do in the United States. Okay, so let's see. What else do I have? I have a October hostess code. So I always have a new code each month, and this is one for my people that are not in Stamp Club, because they have their own. And as always, if you order over 150, which is totally easy to do, you don't want to use the code, because then you are the hostess and you're getting your own hostess benefits. I also have goodies or guts. So if you place an order of 75 in the month, now that can be a couple orders, just as long as you order $75 in my store for the month of October before tax and shipping. It doesn't have to be just one order, but the orders combined have to come to 75. You can choose goodies or guts. So the goodies are the beautiful My Heart faceted gems, and I have showed those before, and I put them in this cute little shaker where we used the these are the tombstone boxes, but I turned it into an aquarium. And then I just put them in there. All right, so there is that. Or you can pick the guts, and you'll get the supplies that I don't have them at my ready. You have the supplies to make the card, the little box, but the little piggy ornament, I have that already like finished for you. It's already ready to hang on your tree, or a present. It makes a cute little tag on a Christmas present too. All right. I also, if you get my my blog or my email, this also went out. These are your save the dates for the virtual spring social and virtual fall social. I know this is like a year away, but I just want you to save the dates. This one will be here before you know it. And this is for the United States only. And it's through it's like a virtual, excuse me, it's a virtual. So I just wanted to get those dates out so you'll save them. I will give you more information once I see the next mini catalog and the next celebration, because you'll be using those products to do your make and takes. All right, so let's see who's here. Hi, Anne, Teresa, Lily, Stacy, Sherry, Brenton, hey, Down Under, and Minda. Aloha, Minda. Okay, so this is the card, and this is the one I talked about last week. I thought it was so cute using the postage punch. So this is the one that I'm going to do today, and that uses the whale done. Now, what's funny is I didn't necessarily care for this stamp set, but now I'm glad I had it because this is such a cute card. So, because you know me, I like to color in. And this is a solid one. So it made it super, super easy, super quick, because you're getting all the color from the ink pads. All right, so we're also using the postage punch. Turn it this way so I don't blind you with the reflection or see at my nose through the reflection there. We're also using Pacific Point. Aw, Stacy, thank you for sharing. Hey, Cindy. We're using Pacific Point ink, polished pink ink, and Granny Apple Green. Those are just the classic. We are using Pool Party and Basic White. And this is what's going to go on the inside. So I'm just guessing what's going on the inside. I'm actually going to make this for Jeff. He has been such a sweetheart. He's been doing everything. Oh my gosh. Laundry, cooking. It's just, ugh. So anyway, so I'm making him this little card. And so it told me with the recipe that this was a 3-inch square card. So that made it easy to figure out. But like I said, you could make this be big if you wanted. You would just have more postage shapes, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is I just have a piece of the basic white, and we are just going to stamp our little critters. So Granny Apple. So I'm gonna start out with the turtle, because the turtle is the biggest image on the card. So I'm just going to stamp the turtle on here. I'm also going to stamp with the Pacific Point, the big deal. So we have big deal. I love this blue. All right. And it really doesn't matter where you stamp. You want to come in enough so that you're going to have a little bit of a border around them, and you want to be able to come in with the punch. Oh, hi, April. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in with the punch. Now, when you use the punches, you punch them upside down so you can see the paper through them. If you are using like a circle punch and you're just want to punch a bunch of circles or other shapes with just plain cardstock, nothing is stamped on them, then you could stamp this way if you wanted. All right, so we're just going to stamp out our turtle, or punch out our turtle like that. So we've got our little turtle, and then I'm going to come in and I want to punch out my big deal, and I want there to be about the same amount of space on all the sizes, or on all the sides. But then, so this is too long, right? So I'm going to take this, and there's a little groove right in the side of the punch there, and I'm just going to come in, not too far, and I'm going to punch. So now I have, from the same punch, I have 2 different shapes. Then I'm going to flip my paper, and we are going to stamp. Let me get that out of the way. All right. Then we're going to do our polished pink with our squid or octopus. And I want it to be at an angle. So this is the one I learned when I was doing this. You want it to be at an angle, like it's swimming like that. And then we want a Pacific Point seahorse. It's so funny, when we went on one of the incentive trips to Fiji, Jeff and I had bought a digital underwater camera before we went, because we were going to do like a scuba diving excursion. So when we were on the excursion, the guy that was, teaching us, had us in the water, he was like, does anybody have an underwater camera? All right, so then I'm going to punch that out. So the same thing, I'm going to push this in through the back. And we were like, and so many people put their fingers up, right? Because everybody buys an underwater camera. But most of the people, like we had done in the past, all right, punch this out, just picked up those throwaway ones. You know what I mean? Like, you advance it. And I might have to trim this again. We'll find out. So he was like, who has a digital one? And I put my hand up. So he was like, you follow me. So he actually took our digital camera. Okay, so now I'm going to do the horseshoe, or the seahorse. He took our camera and he would go underneath and he would take all these really cool pictures. And then he'd come up and then he'd give me my camera and he'd take it. And so we got the coolest pictures. So we even have some seahorse pictures, and they look nothing like I would think, right? And he even has one where he was sitting down and he would put like bread or something in his mouth, and all the fish were coming up to him and just eating all of this bread as it like broke out of his mouth from the water. It was pretty cool. So anyways, so now I'm just doing the same thing. So I'm just pushing this through. And I'm just guessing that that's the right size. But then we'll know when we put it on the card, because then we'll know if we need to trim them a little bit. And I am putting them on with the mini dimensionals. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Candy. Okay, so we know the turtle. I know the turtle is just the regular size. He's just the size this postage stamp makes. So then I'm just going to dry fit it, right? So I'm just going to see that these fit, and then I'll know if I need to trim or stamp another one and try again. So I'm going to cross my fingers. I did it right. So that looks good. Then we have your kind of a big deal. And that looks good. Now this is the one that I wondered if I had to trim it a little bit. So see this? So then you know, oh, this one needs to be trimmed just a tad. Because see, there's like too much. So what you do is just put it back in the punch. Now if it gets to where you go, oh, I really can't get my fingers in there, you can take a Post-it note or a piece of paper. Where's my Post-it notes? Oh, heavens to Pete. All right, here's a Post-it note. Let me get a Post-it note. You can take a Post-it note. Now these are the ones that are sticky all over. So if you can't get it in there, you just take a Post-it note. I'm going to cut that in half. And I'm going to put the Post-it note right on this. And then that gives you, a lot more way to stick that in there. And then you just have to find that little, because there's a tiny little space. Tiny, tiny little space. Now, if you go this way, I was getting some weirder looks, so that's why I was doing it from the side. Because I was getting some kind of weird punch look. So I decided I would just keep it on this side. All right, so let's see if I punch that off enough. Because like I said, it's just paper. Let me glue this on here, because then it won't be moving all around. And like I said, I'm using the little baby mini dimensionals. Hey, Raquel. Oh, one day at a time. One day at a time for sure. All right. I told Jeff, I says, when we go back to doctor, not till the 3rd of November. And poor Jeff has to take me to get my hair cut this week because it is so long. I look like a shaggy dog. All right, so then I'm just going to stick that on here. If they say 2 more weeks, I don't know. I don't know if my psyche will be able to stand that. All right. I know my hip and my knee are killing me because the scooter, it's like it's too tall. So I'm like at such an angle that, it's just not at a good angle. All right. So poor Raquel, you asked, and there I told you. All right. So then the little seahorse goes here. So see, it's like a puzzle. All right. So then we knew this was right, so I'll put that on there. Now the only one we are not quite sure till we get it next to this, and it's just easier once you know like that it's the right size, just get it glued on there because then it's not wiggling all over the place. All right, so I just follow this edge here, and then I want it to, you know, see it has that same kind of edge all the way around, right? And then let's see how we did. Let's see. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Actually, I might even take another smidge off. You know me. But I think I want to take it off this side. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm putting it on that side this time. Because there's a groove on each side of the punch. Put it through a little groove. I want to keep it straight. Easier said than done sometimes. Hang on a minute. All right. Just this smidge. Just a smidge. All right. Let's hope I did it straight. Let's hope I did it straight. Yay! Okay. So there's that one. Because when I was doing it other ways, I was getting not a postage stamp look. Because see how this looks like a postage stamp? It was actually cutting it. Let me find one. Oh, heavens to Pete. All right, let me find one. Nope, those ones are okay. They were just too small. Hold on. Oh, see right here. So this is the one I did here. But when I did it here, because I did it on the wrong side of the punch, so it gave me this look, and I didn't want that look. I wanted it to look like this. So then I realized, okay, I have to come in from the side and punch them like how I showed you, and then you get that postage stamp look to it. All right, so then this goes here. So again, just look at your edges so that you're even. So cute. So look at that. You're kind of a big deal. It also has some embellishments, but let's do the inside of the card. So like I said, I'm going to make this for Jeff. So I have a little 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square. And I couldn't decide what I wanted to put on the inside. So I went with the whale. So I'm going to put her down here. This cute little whale. I also want to give her a little heart. So she's got this fun little heart. I'm just going to, so it looks like the heart's coming out of her blowhole. I guess that's what you would call that. The blowhole. And then this has the cutest saying. And it says, I should be stamping on this because this is for polymer. Hold, please. Let me get this back. Especially with the greeting. I don't want to mess that up. Okay. So here's the greeting. And the greeting says, my love for you is bigger than the ocean. Isn't that the cutest little saying? So this was me playing. So I was like, do I stamp it fully? Because I always play, right? To get my shapes right. So I did it here. Here I stamped off the whale, and then she was just a little bit too faint. So then I was like, well, if I just kind of go under, you can still see her eye. But then I like when my greetings go actually touch the image, especially when you do the inside. Because then it just kind of, it goes even more with the outside, I think. All right, so let me put this on the inside. So here's my little love note for my honey. My love for you is bigger than the ocean. And it also uses the Artistry Blooms adhesive backed sequins. And these blue ones here. I'm just going to use my pick tool. Isn't it adorable? Oh my gosh. So cute. And this would be a super card for anybody. All right, now keep in mind, this is a small card. So I'm just going to give it to Jeff. So, you know, I don't have to worry. But if you're going to make these and like mail this kind of size card, I would stick them in a regular size envelope. Because if you mail any size envelope, if it's small, sometimes they mail that won't even take if it's too small of an envelope. But square envelopes, no matter what size, are not machinable. So then it costs more. So if you just put it in a regular size envelope, then it doesn't matter that it's square. All right, so here's the one I looked at. So here's the inside of this one. So see, this one's a little bit different. I put that over here, and then I stamped it lower. So then when I practiced, I kind of liked it where it was touching the whale. So they're basically the same card, but I just did the inside a little bit. But I just think they're super, super cute. And, you know, hopefully maybe that taught you a little bit about the postage punch. Maybe you have it on your shelf and you haven't used it yet. Oh, I think he will too. He's a big fisherman, so he's never caught a whale. But you know what? When we went to Hawaii for the incentive trip, he actually got this amazing picture of a sea turtle, and he was just walking along the beach, and you know, he saw it, and he just took the camera, because he had the underwater one. Did he have the underwater one? I think it was on the, yeah, it was the underwater one. And he just kind of held it under the water, like not with his face, and he just took a couple pictures, and they were awesome. So it was super cool. But now that, oh, maybe that's a jellyfish, not an octopus. But, so yeah, can the scooter, Jeff said that he has put that seat down as low as he can, but I want him to look at it again, because it just has me like this. So my hip is constantly up, and I'm on my my other tippy toe to push it along. So it's got my whole body just not happy. So I'll have to like, can you just look at it one more time? So anyways. Oh, Nancy, you forgot to check in. Too funny. Oh, so yeah, so hopefully if you know, have the postage punch or not, you know, maybe that's part of your $75 order to get you a ticket. Maybe you do have it and you haven't used it. This is such a fun little card, and how quick, right? Like these would be super these would be a super card. Like you could keep a bunch of these in your purse, and just, you know, we have the clear little envelopes. Let me see if I can get a clear envelope. Hang on. Do I have any on my desk? Please have one on my desk. Well, this is one. Let me just take those out of there. All right, so let's say, you know, you have your cute little love notes. You make a few up. And I'm just going to put them inside. These are our clear envelopes that we have in the catalog. And you can mail stuff in them. Sometimes the post office doesn't like them, so you want to make sure. But this is what we put our cards in, just to keep them clean. This is also what I've used to do shaker cards. So there's all sorts of uses for them. But anyway, say you put your little 3x3s. So they're protected. Just kind of fold that over. You don't even have to pull the thing, because you want to be able to get them out of there. Put it in your purse, and when you go somewhere and somebody does something nice, it could be the doctor's office. I have to make a bunch of thank you cards for the doctor's office. This could be fun, but I think I'm gonna make bigger ones. But like a doctor's office, the teacher, at the gas station. Not that they don't fill your gas up anymore, but still, it could be anything. Restaurant, at the bank, anywhere that somebody is just extra sweet to you. Or it could be somebody that you can just tell is not having a good day. You know, sometimes you go to the store, which I haven't been in the store in like forever, and you could just tell that person's just not having a good day. wouldn't this be a nice little thing just to go smile and just give them a little, something? So just, that's what I mean. These are good little, and that's why I think originally they were called love notes, these little 3x3s. I don't know if I don't think they're listed as that anymore. And we do have envelopes for this size, so if you are just going to hand them out, or you could put it in the little 3x3 envelope and then put it in the full-size envelope if you're going to mail them. But you could make up a bunch of these, and this would be fun with any stamp set. As long as it fits in that postage, you could go to town and make a bunch of them. So anyways, what I like to do is I take the punch. So I have this punched out. So see how I have that punched out? I should have showed you this. Here. Well, I don't want to mess with the phone anymore. All right. So hang on. So now what you do is you take your catalog. So I have my catalog, and you have this, right? Now you can go around to the stamps and just lay it, and then you'll know, oh, the bear fits, oh, the kangaroo fits, and it just helps you, realize what will work for the punch and what won't. And that goes for any of them. That goes for the dies too. It just kind of, helps, because you hate to punch it out and go, oh, that cut off most of the thing. So if you use this first, just to go around with your catalog, you would know. Like, look how cute these little birds would be. Look at that. Look how cute. Where are they? Look at how fun that would be. That would look adorable. So you could have those little birds. You could have a flower. Let's see. With the greeting, where's the greeting? Where is the greeting? So the greeting, you wouldn't have much to cut off. So you might have to use thanks for being you would fit, and that's in there. So that's just an idea too. Oh, Brenton, yes. The 3x3s are perfect for gift tags. And yeah, totally perfect. And this would be an awesome, little design for that. And it just a little bit extra special, card. So anyways. All right, so I think I don't think anyone is asking any more questions. So I think I'm going to say see you later. Jeff should be home pretty soon, so I'll have to get his card to him. And I noticed when I got water out of the fridge, he took steaks out. So I think we're having steaks for supper. He always barbecues the best steaks. Oh, and I don't know if you have a Target by you, but they have amazing steak at Target. And we have a Target, Mega Target, Super Target, or something like that. It's like a bigger one. So I just have shipped shop, and they bring it. Oh, they come in a 2-pack. And then so usually one's always a little bit bigger. And so Jeff always gets the bigger one. But anyways. Hey, Teresa, now you would have Target because you're in Arizona, right? So yeah, definitely try their steaks because they're good. So anyways, all right, so I'm going to say see you later. I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, 3 o'clock, same time, same channel. And have a great night, everyone. And thank you so much for joining me today. See you later. Bye for now.